So, guys, Dalton with the Community Card Playbook, and we are going to be talking today about the 5 most common mistakes that I see people making inside of most communities that are around this shared postcard advertising method and our community specifically. And we're going to go over the process of where people are getting stuck, what it might cost you, what the fix could be, and how you can actually start producing results with the community card. So, let's talk about the first mistake. The first one I always see is the outreach. It's inconsistent effort or you're not doing enough of outreach. So, whether you're cold calling, whether you're sending emails, whether you're doing social media posts, whether you're doing social media videos, whether you're doing direct messaging on any type of social platform, I can promise that you're probably not doing enough. And maybe you do one day where you send 50 emails, 10 Facebook messages, and then you don't do anything for the next 3 days and you're wondering why you didn't see any results. Well, because you didn't treat this like a system. So we tell everybody you need to basically think, how can I make this an everyday action and not where I made sure I produced a lot today and it didn't matter what I did tomorrow. No. The only way this is going to work, and this is if you do business with any entrepreneurial journey that you're going to take, you have to learn to do outreach on a mass scale. And you can also, so it's either warm, cold, or that's warm, cold outreach, or social media or paid ads. Those are the only ways that you're going to be able to generate leads. And there's multiple sub niches inside of that. So, what can you do to fix that? Set a daily target, 20 contacts a day, and track it, non negotiable. Include follow ups inside of that 20 outreaches a day. So, what you want to make sure the action that you take, block out time. This time is only going to be designated for doing your outreach for lead generation. The only way your business survives is if you actually have leads coming in the door and funding your solution. So, with the community card playbook, you need at least half to fill the postcard for the community cards. So you need to make sure that you're at least breaking even on every single one, and then you're upselling them into another offer. The community cards are amazing. They are not a get rich quick scheme. However, they are a great foot in the door to create a relationship with a business owner and upsell them on maybe another digital service, print services, whatever that may be, something on a higher marginal scale. Problem number two, follow up. It's weak and passive. And this is especially, I want to cover the follow up when it comes to somebody showing interest. What does that mean? So let's say you sent out an email and somebody said, I'd like to know more details. And then you send back all of the details, the payment, what's included, design, what the card looks like. But I see this mistake so many times that people will send it and then they'll be like, well, the person never messaged back and I sent a few more emails asking if they were still interested. Yeah, at that point, what I see a lot of people do is they just send this weak follow up, maybe a couple messages. What you have to do is you actually have to pick up the phone and call the business owner and close that deal. They're interested, they just don't have enough trust. And maybe if they heard your voice, I would say 99.9% of people that we have come in contact that said they wanted more information and then ghosted, and then we called, they were converted, and then we collected payment right there on the phone, and we proceeded along with their advertising. So don't send the weak follow up. This is why it's costing you, because interested businesses go cold if you're not staying in contact with them and they're warm. You do have to pick up the phone in some cases. The fix, follow up within 24 hours. So if you sent that email with all the details and they don't respond to you, it's time to pick up the phone. They just need to know that you're a real person. I promise it will work out. So, day one, for next time that you need to do your follow up, I want you to think of, and this is specifically for warm prospects, send the email. Once you get somebody interested, send all the information they need to understand and educate about your service for the community card. And at that point, that's when you pick up the phone and dial them and call them. And I bet 99.9% all the times that you're going to close that person right there on the spot. They're going to say yes, you're going to get them on your community card. And you want to do that for every prospect. And it takes literally 3 or 4 minutes to get them closed once they find out you're a real human being and you're not somebody from another country trying to sell them a scam. Cool. Problem number three, payment. I see this so many times where people will start to try to do the work before the payment is collected. You don't want to do that. So why it's costing you waste hours, and people can ghost you, and then you locked in priority on that spot for non-competitors when you could have been outreaching for that. So this is a way that you create urgency and fear for the business owner. Say, hey, the only way you can lock in your spot is if I collect payment. That's how you're going to fix. So payment is required before any work or creative is accepted, incentive of proof, anything like that, or especially before the postcard is mailed out. You need to make sure that you're collecting payment right then and there. So make sure you add a payment link that you can collect over the phone, or maybe you can take the card information. Stripe is a great payment processor. QuickBooks, PayPal, all of them work. Just sign up for one. And you want to make sure that you're collecting payment pretty much as soon as they say yes. Send that payment link over the phone, have them fill it out, get on the card, and then have them send the information they need. Cool thing about payment links in GHL, what you can do is you can send a payment link, and then after they submit the payment link, you can actually redirect them to an online form and just have them fill that out with all of their logo, their business information, and that's all one seamless, quick process. Okay. Number 4. So the offer. Let's say this is really going to be beneficial after you've completed your first card and you've got proof of concept. So most mistakes are people are not creating a compelling offer or creating scarcity that makes business owners want to move. That's why it's costing you. They don't see the value or urgency and and they just say, I'll think about it and never call back. So you need to make sure that you're creating this like, hey, we always have limited spots. And they're offering them to say like a cool offer that you could throw in there if you're doing print is like, hey, for every new customer that signs up for the community card playbook or for our community cards, then we are going to throw in an additional 250 business cards free. We provide the design. It's a really quick win to gain trust with that provider as well. And it's like another win on the backside, especially if you're selling print. They're like, okay, cool. They did the service for me. What else do you print? It's like, you got to provide some value up front to gain some trust. And then the fix, build an offer with a clear benefit proof and deadline. Always have a deadline. So you could also do like a promotion for July where everybody that signs up for July is going to get $25 off the next mailing. And then we're going to talk about stacking that offer with another money making model for problem number 5. So this week, what I want you to do is rewrite your pitch, one benefit, one proof point, and one reason of why somebody should act now for your offer, and go ahead and craft that. Let's talk about bundling. This is definitely after you've sold your first card and you have proof of concept. This is where you're going to get caught in that constant grind of always having to fill your card, feeling exhausted, hustling for 16 spots every time, not getting advertisers to renew. So, one big thing that you can do is how you shape your initial pitch. So, what you're doing is you're leaving money on the table and you have to resell every time. That's the problem. So, what I want you to do is think of, if you're doing it monthly, I want you to think of selling in packs of 3. So you fill up every quarter. What does that mean? That means you're going every 3 months. You don't have to fill the cards. And what will happen is you'll actually see the snowball effect where maybe the first time you do the 3 months, you only get 11 advertisers. And then once you go to the next month, you'll start to see things start to roll over. So if I filled 11 the first time, I may, on this next month that goes around, I only need to get 5 advertisers. And then the next time that those roll around, then guess what? Now I technically, to get back to break even, I only need to get another 4 advertisers to make over that profit. So it can start to turn into the snowball effect where you might be only replacing half the card, 4 or 5 on the card. It's way less than hustling every time, and you're going to make sure you guarantee that money in your pocket. You can do a payment plan, but I totally recommend collecting that cash flow up front. And then the great part about this is if you sell in packs, they usually just want to run the same ad every time. So you're also creating less work for creating design work. So that realistically is the 5 problems that I see people doing these shared advertising and what you can do to fix them. If this was beneficial to you, hopefully this helps you out and gets you moving in the right direction. So just to go over them real quick again, do your outreach, do more of it. You're probably not doing enough, and be consistent with it. Make sure you're following up, and how you follow up matters, especially incorporating multiple lines in the water for follow up, messaging, texting, DMing, and calling. Payment, always collect payment as soon as possible. 4, always have a compelling offer. This is what's going to be able to get you to convert more out of the people you're sending to. This is like what's going to get them to say, wow, I'm interested, tell me more. And then bundling, this is what's going to make you scale your actual postcard business. Once you actually master all 5 of these, you'll actually have a really solid business around the community cards. And then at that point, you can learn, what am I going to sell to these people afterwards once I've got this system in place running on autopilot. Thanks for watching Dalton Community Card Playbook. If you're not subscribed, please click the subscribe button below, and hope to see you in the next video.